And we're back.
Hello. So this is sort of becoming a little bit predictable again at the moment, really. Goik is holding off Nojek. Nojek is actually starting to charge. 55, left front flat, says Deco Jester. Where is it?
Hoja is, or how it is pronounced.
Well,
That's
must have been
Asex,
locking up
they
a
were
lot.
third. Let's see if... Oh, he's got massive right damage. So let's see if he makes it to pit lane.
Yeah, he should be fine from here. Obviously what's happened is... Oh, that's his right side that's really damaged, Theo.
Yeah.
I think he must have been locking up a lot, probably into the hairpin, and it's just gone probably into turn 1, turn 2 I'd imagine, under braking. A little tread left for... Oh!
Oof.
In the wall! Oh! In the wall! Oh, he's gonna hit that wall! No, he's not! Oh! Oh, he's gonna speed in the pit lane though. No, he's not.
Yeah,
None of my predictions came true there.
It must have happened in turn 3, as we've got now the yellow flag messages also being shown to us. And the first one was at turn 3. Then again at turn 4, that are the two right-handers there in the first sector.
Well, no, well, my suspicion is actually that happened to him when he was in turn 2, because I think it was caused by lockups more than it was caused by any sort of wear and tear. So I think it would have gone in turn number 2 and he's run wide in 3 trying to turn.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, Nojak's got a puncture! A right rear puncture! It happened as he was going up the hill there, and that's a result of his damage in the collision earlier on with car number 62. So Nojek with massive problems and half a lap to go there, Thilo. I just caught it. It was just, I think, as he was going up the hill, surprisingly enough, in sector number 2. And this is further problems for the favourites for this race in many ways, and that really does give Conquest Racing a nice healthy advantage. Now, can Nojek get back to the pits without his left rear going as well, because that's getting quite hot under the collar with all this sliding, isn't it, Thilo?
Yeah, especially it now has to do parts of... And behind we've got Costa.
Oh, he's going to spin, surely he's going to spin. Why on earth are you going that fast, Tomic? What on earth were you hoping to achieve? Koskinen and Engel were going side by side to the corner. Koskinen spins into Nojak's front. What? Oh, and there goes the tyre. Well, you would have got yourself for that one going, Tomic.
The second tyre is gone. And now, be careful.
Driving for absolute beginners. This is an absolute nightmare for Nojek, though. Oh, wouldn't like to be sitting there. Would not like to be sitting there. Go, Tomic. This car's coming. Oh. Just couldn't quite hold it with the way that it was coming down the hill at speed there.
Slower is faster, Tomic. Finally it made it into the pit lane.
He's surely speeding though, I thought it was on 90, but yeah, there we go. So then, in all the drama, the battle that was for second place at the end there, Engel and Koskinen, and somehow Koskinen was spinning into the front of Nojak's car. Nojak's repairing damage, so that's going to be disastrous for Niter Velox.
Yeah, he definitely must repair the damage, because and Lago and Bartolotta made some contact.
Infinity take 4th position. I'm going to quickly go back and check what happened to Koskinen and Engel.
Koskinen is quite a bit behind. I don't know if there was contact between those two. Dennis Lind now took over the Nito Velox car. He's back on track in 8th position. So far the only car with a second pit stop in GT1. But he must have lost tons of time. So Koskinen now together with Engel again. Let's see where Koskinen is going to try it. Battle for 2nd position. Goik in the pits. So those two are fighting for the first positions at the moment. And there is a GT2 car in the way. Koskinen's not diving, no. Outside, inside, contact! And Koskinen is through. He is, and now he's got a double advantage. Dom is driving a low downforce set, and he is driving the FXR, so he has got extra grip throughout this section. And now look at the gap he's pulled away already. So Koskinen leading virtually. Where did Goik come back to the track? In 4th position, so it's not Goik anymore, but it's Vdovets battling with Bartolotta. So, what do we take away from this? Virus currently seems to have a hard time lapping the other cars around them, making contact with Durelli. Maybe it's Durelli not knowing that the car behind them are a lap or even 2 ahead. Durelli still blocking the leader of the GT2. And in IRC it seems to be the mention that Tomek forgot that he had a puncture and braked at the usual braking spot. And finally Durelli makes room for Caracas. So the GT2 leader is Without traffic in front of him for now. Oh, bad hit. Bad hit at the exit of, well, the wormhole.
Wormhole?
Yep. That's how the Germans actually call that second hairpin. Oh, Kingsbury spun! Some contact involved in there. Ray Kingsbury spun. Must have been with Soini. Soini. Though, this don't know. No. Kingsbury crashed with Tejas and Tejas crashed with Soini. That's what the chat message actually tells us. And Medinas is in for Pardo in the number 14 GT1 car of Scuderia Gas Racing Team. Meanwhile, Koskinen was in the pit lane, and he did repair damage, falling back to 6th position. And American contact, Laterello and Kingsbury. Doriad's now close to Bartolotta. Doriad's has already made the second pit stop. Bartolotta didn't. So, in one way, advantage for Bartolotta, because he's on the way lighter car. And Ivanov joins the server, which can only mean one thing, that there's going to be a pit stop soon. Doriad's not making the outside. Front straight. In the slipstream, having to go to do a little bit of slalom to not hit the GT2 car, which had to avoid the wall in that place, and now Fedorians is in the back of Bartolotta. Ivanov leaves the server again. Spy action or mind games? I'll leave this guess to you. Dorians puts his guy into the wall a bit. We've seen this a lot today. And some interesting side note, Vortex, although having still Koskinen at the wheel, haven't had damage since the start of the stint. So no need for further headache for our dear Chris Ford.
Sorry, what? Half paying attention.
No need for further headache for you because...
Oh, has he not got damage on his car? Right, good. Happy days. He repaired! I mean, this thing, he repaired having got past the Gen R car and he's back behind the Infinity car.
Yes. Well, repairing damage takes about 35 seconds, you said? Then he lost over a minute already in this race, just because of damage. Contact between Lind and Kingsbury. Must have been some lapry going wrong. Lind is behind Kingsbury, another contact. They're just lapping the GT2 leader. Oh, big time! Big time contact. Oh, big contact, Kingsbury and Lind.
I'm noticing in the IRC that some people are saying the way Kingsbury's hitting people, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand the situation. I mean, he was okay. You have to pass a car safely, but as when you are about to lap someone. But well, on the other hand, the one who's getting lapped loses more if he blocks the car behind. Will be interesting what further investigation might say. I mean, okay, Lind is just a place in front of Kingsbury due to all the things happened to Nita Velox, but between those two cars there is a lap.
Yeah, it's hard, I guess, when you're being lapped as GT1. You gotta just let them go. I mean, there's no point in... Oh, what on earth just happened there? This car was on board the Terzic. Just drove straight into a wall. What's wrong with the Alan Terzic's car? There's something wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no damage at all. What on earth was that about? That was very strange. Anyway, so no, I know it's hard when you're a GT1 to be lapped because, you know, it's not as easy because
leader and pits
don't have the straight line advantage they do with the GT2s, but you just got to make it as easy as you can for them. Conquest do take the lead back. Ivanov takes the car back.
Yes.
Like, I don't understand what happened to Alan Terzic there. He just didn't, he sort of, I don't know, it's very, very strange. I'm watching it again, he just drives straight into a wall. It's like he forgets that the corner goes right and he goes straight on after a double left.
Ivanov now back on track. And for the moment, Bartolotta is leading in front of the virtual leader of Conquest Racing. Terzic now in the pits. Walsingham might take it over, will take it over. Dorian's now on the inside of Bartolotta in the M5S car.
Oh! Grief! That's the last thing anybody should ever do there. When coming down there with an XR, he's very lucky he didn't get completely rammed from behind and squirted straight into the ambulances there.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Walsingham with a drive-through penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh, contact with Dorians and Letturello, and Bartolotta says, well, what you can do, I can do as well, and makes also contact. Letturello, who changed teams, is now with Core Racing. And there is a substitute for the 04 car joining the server, Moretto. So after about 2.5 hours of driving, Bartolotta leaves the car. Oh, Walsingham does another DT for speeding in the pit lane when entering the DT they had. So here comes Bartolotta. Let's see where he gets out.
Here's an interesting battle, Lidded and Koskinen. Seen this before?
Let's see how it turns out this time. Third stint for Koskinen, second for Lynn. And now there's a back marker in between. No, that couldn't go well. And Absolute Beginners is spinning all over the place. Oh dear. They're back driving right into the right direction again, but oh dear. Heavy contact there. Koskinen went to the inside of both cars.
Did I miss it? Did something happen?
Yes, Lydon drove into a GT2 car.
Oh.
Just after that bridge in front of turn 1.
Oh.
He tried to pass it on the outside and then he hit the wall and bounced back and hit the GT2 car, which spun over.
And he has quite a lot of damage.
Yes, he's got quite heavy damage.
More contact. Ivanov and 62.
Welcome to the 6 hours of wrestling. Tag team wrestling. Leader makes contact with leader, Dorians and Caracas.
No, Liddon hands the car back.
hope he didn't hurt himself. I mean, it was some heavy impact, and if you have the thumb in the wrong position when the force feedback snaps in. I know stories where actually people broke their thumbs just during a sim racing event or doing training for it. Two and a half hours done. We have got a radical change of people in the top 3 spots: Conquest Racing, Genuine Racing, and Vortex. In GT2, it's still the same: Virus, Iron Club, and Core Racing. It hasn't changed for 2 hours. 2 hours ago, there was a second Virus car in the top 3. Kingsbury now being nice while being inept.
Chill out, please, everybody.
And I got a message that Dominik Engel is joining us in a bit. Drive-through penalty for number 7 speeding in the pit lane. That's the second Conquest car, which I must say I didn't realize that it was a Conquest car due to the fact it's blue. I actually must say that well, Conquest cars are for me white and yellow, or at least yellow, and this car is blue. Currently in 8th position, 1 lap ahead of Last Lap Motorsports, 2 laps ahead of Race Green Autosports, and also 2 laps ahead of Scuderia Gas Racing Team. So there is no expectation to fall back further. Looking into the opposite direction, there are about 5 seconds to the second genuine racing car. And further 5 seconds to the Infinity Esports car, though. One must say that the drive-through penalty they got will make them fall back further from the cars ahead.
And look who it is, Thilo. It's our friend Dominik Engel. Hello, Dom.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, you were first.
You don't want to watch the broadcast because I did an impression of you.
Oh, Chris, I am nuts. You know, I was expecting something like this.
I am into. How did it go again, Thilo? I can't remember what I said.
You said something like, "How can it be that I'm first?"
To be honest, that's what I was saying when I noticed I'm first. No one told me for like 10 minutes.
It doesn't happen very often.
Of course not, I'm a number 2 driver. TM.
Yeah, no.
Don't
Who
get
cares about
shiny
markings
wings.
of the Porsche anyways?
I made a prediction on the start of the year and everyone knew already.
When you go overtaken by Tom Etnojet for the lead, actually, I was very surprised you didn't just slam it down his inside into turn number 3 after he sort of accidentally stuck to the wall slightly.
Well, let's say I didn't want to risk damaging my car any further, because this is probably the most incident-filled stint I've had this year. It's just incredible how some of the people out there are driving.
Yeah, that wouldn't be Eunice Koskinen, would it?
I'm not gonna name any names. Not name and shame.
JK.
I'm a professional now. I don't do name and shame anymore.
May I say that Chris actually had some headache because of Koskinen. Not directly due to his driving, but due to the action Chris did due to the driving of Koskinen.
Let's say I got some of that before I went in the car, and it was nothing short of the usual. But yeah, there's quite a lot happening on the track, but not a lot of position changes, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's how we see it as well.
Do you think Krassi has a chance of catching back up the gap?
I hope, but well.
Ooh, Conquest at the wall there.
Oh, Dennis Lind was stuck in a sandwich of GT2 cars.
Really? It's never happened to me before.
Yeah, I just already saw some guys hitting the wall straight due to this scene, but everything turned out to be halfway nice. I mean, Santos used the rescue room there, but I guess that was voluntarily.
Yeah. I can't really comment on all this without making myself very unpopular, but
take a beer first.
I think. Well, why am I excused then?
Yeah, well, it makes you feel better, I thought.
What I was gonna say is, I think it's very noticeable here that, well, like in previous rounds, that I didn't do the last race, so how would I know? I've only done 2 races since the beginning of August. It really feels like there are about 4 times as many GT2s as GT1s. You never see a GT1. I think I saw a GT1 twice in my stint. Apart from the ones I got crashed into by.
Tom, you know these things. When did I last sit in a broadcast?
Wasn't it the 500? Yeah.
Did I do the 500? I can't. Well, okay.
I think it did a little bit.
I did a little bit. Okay, for an endurance race then.
Oh, Samsung.
Deco seemed to ignore my phone. Shut up, phone. Deco seemed to think it. Oh my god.
Okay, Chris, it's popular.
Jesus Christ! Deco seems to reckon it was a 24-hour race.
Let me think. You didn't do any of the... It may have been Super GT, I don't think it was. I don't think you were
I can't remember doing the 24-hour race, to be honest.
What, MOE?
Yes, you did.
No, I mean the
this-
24-hour race for GT World Series.
Oh, I don't bloody remember that.
You
Because
did
I was going to
18
say, I
hours,
don't
Dom.
recognise a lot of the names that are out there just now. I recognise some of them, but a lot of them I don't, which is quite strange.
Dom actually did 18 hours of commentary in that race.
Yes, I did 18 hours of commentary and 4 hours of racing and 2 hours of wandering about between the two.
And
Like a pregnant father. What? Hang on, wait a second. Hang on, not
what?
a pregnant father, like an expectant father. Yeah, sorry, pregnant father.
okay,
Trying to back off the wine, I think.
so actually Chris just invented pregnancy for men.
Not a snail. Snails don't have a gender as far as I know. Could be wrong. I'm not an expert on snails. Unless snails is a euphemism for really slow driving.
Well, seahorses also get pregnant. The male ones.
Yeah, seahorses are also pretty much genderless, aren't they? Or...
No, they have gender, but the thing is, it's just the other way around.
Oh, for God's sake.
The girls give the boys the babies to grow.
You see, and that's why we don't learn about many animals in school. But yeah, the race here is pretty chaotic. It feels like it's already been going for at least 4 hours, and it's well, it's not even 3 hours through. I was counting down the laps in my.
What did you notice of the issues with Nitor Velox?
What do you mean?
Well,
I noticed that they overtook me after they hit me.
yeah, later on at the end of the stint.
Then they somehow I saw them crashed in the middle of the motorway. Maybe that was true, or maybe that didn't even happen, and it was just a lag. And then I saw them have a massive double rear puncture.
It actually happened, so it was not lag.
Oh, that's good. It's not my imagination then.
You don't see things that don't happen.
It was very strange, you know. They just pulled away from me like nothing when they overtook me, and suddenly I see them like 2.5, 3 seconds away from me. It just didn't make any sense at all. Nothing in this race has so far, so I'll reserve sense for something else.
So, since we've got a lull, who's tried the Seto Corsa?
Oh,
Me?
I have a bit.
Is it good?
I have a bit. I only did about 35 minutes after it came out. It's
Did
good,
it feel
yeah.
right?
Very good. Very
Good.
precise.
A bit like, what was it called? Netcar. Sure.
It feels nothing like Net in my opinion. But then they haven't put many Formula cars in yet, so maybe that will change.
By the way, again, you can ask us questions, you can comment on things, doing the regular thing, going into the GT World Series thread. Oh, I actually missed some things. Did I? Oh, Flames comment. Oh god, it's Chris. Ray Kingsbury. This race is not going well for the 52. Getting dumped by 77, then timing out, losing a lap, then had a short pit after some incidents. Oh boy, not looking good to keep that top GT1 spot.
Doesn't matter. What, GT1 spot?
GT2 spot, I guess he means.
I don't really know, these races aren't really very decisive in any kind of way. I mean, the 12-hour next one, that's 1.5 times the points, and 24 is double points, so I'm pretty sure the championship will go down to the last race.
I might enter a team for the 12-hour race.
CSF Racing.
I haven't done endurance racing in 2 years. Interesting.
TeamSpeak Racing Reborn.
No, not TeamSpeak Racing.
Oh, Jonathan Palmer is now offering money to people to commentate during the 24-hour race.
Oh, it's Marcus Blom joining for car racing.
He's apparently a nice guy.
Yeah, just a nice guy. For the whole race, I tried to remember what team he was in, or is in.
Isn't he in car?
Yeah, but before.
Is he not in? I don't remember.
X-Side.
Yeah, but I don't remember anything now because City League seems like it was about 4 years ago.
But it was.
Oh my lord, Kingsbury!
Oh dear.
Kingsbury hits his teammate!
That's...
even though he's almost taken out actually by the LM GT2 when he's sort of trying to weave about there to sort of give Ivan space, he sort of, then the track sort of tightened up and the space he left wasn't quite efficient, but then down into turn number 2, Kingsbury time bombs his teammate. Oh dear.
I had a few interesting ones in turn 2, so it's a nice place to have a lot of cars at.
Would you say turn 2 is the most interesting corner of the day?
I would say all of the corners are, because at least an accident happened in each.
Crash. So, Sweeney, I noticed him going slowly earlier, but he's just being too kind.
Yeah, he's very kind.
I quote dear Jonathan Palmer, 61 went wide and decided to have sex with the wall.
That's as bad as what I said earlier. But the two things I said earlier.
To be honest, half the places he stops at seems like he's actually going to the shots.
Well, I don't know if you can find this out for me, Dom. Alan Terzic, toward the end of his stint, for some reason seemed to forget the way the track went and drove straight into the wall at the end of the double left-handers. Can you please find out what Alan was doing there and whether Alan is okay?
I think he should be fine.
Because it didn't make much sense to me. It's like he forgot the way the corner was going.
Oh no, fastest lap by the London Bus.
Oh, there's going to be a crash up there! Crash in front of Ivanov. It's Stankus for LLM again and the other genuine racing car. The genuine racing car was in the inside and Stankus just sort of turned across him slightly by the looks of it from where I was sitting on board Ivanov's car. Actually, Dom, here's a question I want to ask you.
Yes?
What did you think when Tomek was clearly having wheel problems when he's trying to come out the pits? Were you a bit concerned his car was running quickly?
I was very worried he was going to bounce back out of the wall into me.
Oh, Crassy, no! Oh dear.
It's not a drive-through, Chris. Oh, Moretto's timing out! Number 4 is timing out! It's M5... Oh no, they're back in the middle of the track, before turn 1.
Ah, okay. I just wondered why there are so many disconnections from the channel, but that's in a different TeamSpeak that I forgot to close.
Yeah, I'm on 3 of them. I'm on 3 TeamSpeaks. 2 of them are the Gen R one.
I was on my team's TeamSpeak, and
yeah, it looks like that. If there are lots of cars of multiple classes in one place, it doesn't work out that well most of the time. As you can tell from about all of the cars driving around the track being pretty damaged.
we have a... Oh no, we don't have a battle for position, I thought for a moment. Number 14 and 49, but they are separated by a lap.
14 just got lapped by Krompush.
They have been on the same lap about half an hour ago.
$14 has been bad, right side damage, whoa. That's 50% done on both upper and lower on the right front, and about 25 on the right rear.
Yeah, that's actually how Koskinen's suspension looked like on both sides at the end of his first stint.
Oh, Chris Allen says his screen froze.
It had to be something like that. Oh dear.
That's why he went. That's why he went straight on. Also had 2 drive-throughs, so yeah, it's not the wishful day, but yeah, to make up for that, we have made both cars look the same, so they can't be told apart, which means that the black car is always winning, except for now where they can. But yeah,
We're currently on board with the Dorians.
they also got a bit of right front damage.
Yeah, that must have been... Oh, from when?
What you can certainly see is that compared to when we went in GT1 World Series, the SLR GT1 is somewhat more competitive.
Yeah.
There's a battle here in GT2 between Stankus and Lazar. Lazar taking the position on the inside there, down the main straight they come. FZR versus XR. Bassett Motorsports versus Virus, is that? Was that Virus? Yeah, Virus.
Yes.
Of course, it says Virus right in front of me, but for some reason my brain is not working. Stankus ran the outside.
Side by side, contact! Whoa! How the hell did hold that?
How did he roll? How did they both hold that? What the hell? Oh, crikey.
Whoa. Creating some excitement.
I think we should just stay on this battle. They seem to be continuously battling, so...
In my opinion, looks more like the 52 is pulling away now. If he stops pitting roads, that is.
We've heard that sentence often today. But yeah, that was for 10th position.
Oh, Lago's caught up to Moretto. Moretto's lagging horrifically. Lago would be very, very concerned of... Well, I'd certainly be concerned if I was him closing in on the back of this lag machine. 5th position.
By the way, Dom, can it be that you ran pretty low wings?
No, not at all, actually.
Really?
No.
I thought you were gaining 6 car lengths over Nojak at one point. Like
I know they're running ridiculously high wings.
Okay.
Okay.
I think when we originally made the set for GT1 World Series, we orientated ourselves at the speeds people usually did in those leagues called IGTC and MOE, which no one remembers these days. And well, maybe we're 1 or 2 kph faster than the average car there, but we're not really running low wings.
And here goes Lago on the back of Moretto. Moretto's back end steps out over the curb. Should be a very easy pass here for the Infinity car. And it is.
Very much so, yes. Especially since you can't beat FZR brakes. Except with FXR, perhaps.
With FXR you can race through everything. That was our impression.
And especially can race a lot into walls.
Well, we just have one example of an FXR around here, so... But yeah, for this very example, it's true.
And it just did the fastest lap, 1:29 both. Wow. Already has damage on his left side.
Well, that's moderate compared to what happened, what was earlier.
I'm not saying it's huge, I'm just saying there is damage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you've missed me smashing my head off my desk. Just in pure frustration at the damage.
But you really have to see it this way. It's 40 minutes. In the last stint, he made twice as much damage after
within
2
10
laps.
minutes though, Thilo. It was 10 minutes, wasn't it?
10 minutes, yeah.
It was ridiculous. It was absolutely... I do not understand the philosophy of banging off walls even in a stupid bus.
You mean like Simon Cadell tried to when he tried to bend his suspension back in Alpha's car?
Yes, that's Simon for you. We don't need to talk about Simon.
Santos spun in the middle of the track.
Oh dear! Oh no! Oh dear! That could be an angry Team 71, which is Scuderia Gas, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, but they go to pits. It seems.
Yeah, but I'm sure they weren't exactly planning on having more damage on the car than they had.
Yeah. But one has to say that it was a great reaction of Scuderia Gas to not hit the car that was standing there.
Probably, to be honest, it probably would have done less damage.
That's true. Well, Santos is getting the streaming minutes in a very strange fashion. Now being lapped by Florians.
This clutch is a bit red as well.
Yeah. And he's going to pit lane.
Oh dear, that could end up in a very bad way. I hope he doesn't rev the engine when he's pulling away, otherwise he's gonna feel that.
Lateral olds in the pits. He's probably giving the car to Mr. Nice Guy. Yes, he does.
Who almost stalls.
Oh, who's that? 14. Who's 14? Because they almost
That's
took out
Scuderia Gas.
Scuderia Gas must have a problem because they're going very, very slow, but they really almost took out Ivan up there. Have they got massive damage?
Their
Yes,
problem
they do,
is the damage.
Yeah, so they've obviously hit something, and they were going very, very slowly.
They had that damage 10 minutes ago, to be fair.
Okay, well, they were on a really strange angle, let's put it that way. This race reminds me of Masters of Endurance 2009-2010 when I was chasing and trying to overtake Reno Coots with 3/4 of his car damaged. That was actually quite hard. Overtaking him around the outside of the uphill corner after the double left. It's nice.
Problem is when someone's car's damaged, you never quite know what it's gonna do next.
Yes, you don't.
Is it gonna oversteer? Is it gonna understeer? Is it gonna spin?
That was over 4 years ago. Jesus Christ.
Gee, I think you'll find that was 4 years ago.
It was over 4 years ago.
Well, yeah.
And two of them were
December.
2009, 2010, so it was probably October time.
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
Halfway through the race. Quick
Yay.
rundown of positions. We've
Top
got
puncture for 69, Mafia Racing.
Oh dear. I suspect that's fruit locking up too much.
like a dog. He lifts one of his... oh, Ivanov gets held up big time!
Oh, and so does Largo as well, Infinity. Have a long way to go though.
Where Nojek, if we're watching Mafia Racing, forgot that he had a puncture.
So, one final kink.
Oh! Well, you can't really avoid that, really, can you?
Not like, well, on the other side, not like you really had to go and follow the line on the entry.
Okay, yeah, I suppose.
But he made it home. Behind them there is A6 Motorsports, 7th position. Also doing the pit stop.
Probably going to be overtaken by the 62 LLM car in a minute. Could be close. Or maybe not. There we go, 62 makes up 2 places.
Yep, promotes them into 6th position in class.
So this is the first race this year where I have the feeling there's absolutely no pit stop pattern.
Yeah. Well, for the GT2s there is some.
Yeah, half of them pit at like the hour and then the rest pits like whenever they want to.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, the top GT2 teams, I guess they'll be on R2.
Both in the pits for Fast and Crazy, which has nothing to do with Savage, I was told. Although I think the way Fast and Crazy is written reminds me pretty much of Savage. But anyways. Oh, and there is going to be a drive-through penalty for car 73 for doing an unavoidable contact with car 06 at turn 1.
I hope 14 repairs his damage because he can't continue like this.
Yeah, I think at Stretch should be getting a meatball flag.
The car is pretty loose.
No, basically. Wow.
Wow.
You
Wow.
do realise
I didn't expect that was going to happen.
you know, 14 is on the same lap as the GT2 leader.
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
they're not exactly setting the world alight.
So after the pit stop, there might be a battle for overall position.
Just look at the way he has to hold like his steering wheel 15 degrees to the right just to go straight. There we go, mechanical flag, which he, let's say, whoa, holy moly, he's most deserving of that compared to anyone else in a race.
Just to give you an impression, his teammate Flores did an average lap of 1:32.3. His other teammate Pardo did an average lap of 1:34.1.
That is below GT2 base.
He does an average lap of 1:35.1.
I'm sorry, but that is just slow to be driving in GT1. That is just, you're really just a mobile chicane at that point.
Well, the GT2 leaders are averaging at 1:34.5.
What am I saying?
So if you average, there comes Flores, who I have talked about with a 1:31 average.
He's missed the pit lane! How has he done that? Did that just really happen?
Yes.
Oh dear.
The thing is...
Oh dear.
The thing is, due to the fact that we are showing him on stream, and due to the fact that the stream has about 3 seconds of a delay to the real live feed, or what can be seen as live, I saw it when you screamed on the stream, and it, speechless.
To be fair, what he's done has been... Well, actually, I'm not sure it's better than crashing into the pit entry wall, because his car's completely totaled anyways.
Well, the thing is, if you crash into the pit entry wall, you can bounce.
I'm not sure he was going... I'm not sure he was going fast enough for that, to be fair.
True as well. Well, anyway, 61 in pit lane.
Second try! Free strike and he's off the field!
We will stay with car 14. I just wanted to say car 61 has been in pit lane. That's world-class lines.
World-class lines, yes. It's great that you beat my mistake, by the way, by calling it World Crash League.
Ooh. And
oh yeah! Here we go.
Car 14 enters pit lane with hitting the wall.
I think we're kind of being a little bit harsh, in a small way. I think that it's quite hard with the damage to sort of predict that pit entrance, and I just think he's done quite well with that damage, to be honest. I think they're obviously with their GT1 a little bit inexperienced and with Scuderi gas. I think that they should have recognised that they were losing tons of time with the damage and they should have come in earlier. But I think actually overall he actually did a very good job with that damage, personally. It was amusing for a little bit, but yeah.
You're right in with the fact that he did a good job with the damage, but well, I mean, I can understand if he simply wanted to stay within the strategy of the team and trying to stretch it as long as it can be, but he was down to pace where I guess he could have raced out the time he needed for a pit stop.
In Pirelli land here, 4 laps a second of pace per lap. Is that significant enough for a pit stop? Ooh. Bad we don't have really super funny tires here, so we can have the same farcical kind of championship that F1 is these days.
What I just realized is that he did. The pit-in lap was actually the fastest lap he did.
Of his whole stint?
Of his... No, not nearly. The pit-exit lap was fastest. Oh, no. Well, he was just 1 time faster than on his pit entry.
I'm confused.
Sorry.
Conquest in the pits. That's Vidovia's trying, wanting to give the car back over to Goik. Yep, there we go. Bit of clutch slip.
Where do they come out?
3rd.
Yeah, 3rd. Safely 3rd. Oh, Krasi spun! Oh dear. Krasi spun after making contact with the car, I guess.
Because judging from the car, yeah, he did.
Yeah, well, in the same second we had this contact message between Ivanov and car 73.
Are you due to drive again, Dom?
Technically no.
It's Krasi to the end, is it?
Well, no, obviously that wouldn't work.
Well, I don't know these things.
Valle is meant to drive the next stint.
Ah. Who's Valle?
Not very big again.
GT2 leader into the pit lane.
There's Lint on the back straight causing a yellow flag. Huh?
So Virus actually loses their 11th overall spot. Due to the mechanical flag, they overtook the number 14 car.
Just making sure I will be able to see these flag warnings.
So out goes Tommy Ostgaard for Virus.
Dennis Lind interrupts for Nita Velox.
Well, gives it a real advantage to the teams to spear out with an angle, or is it just for the style?
I don't know. It doesn't really give you an advantage unless. Oh my God! Oh, that clutch. Oh dear.
Yes.
This is the most painful sound in LFS. There's no worse sound.
No, those LMP ones that Phil Diaz made were worse.
They were great for AI crashing, to be honest.
They were great for AI. Janice won me a lot of races.
Oh yeah.
Actually, interesting story about Chris Wilkinson. Recently, I noticed he put a tweet out thanking his parents and saying that he hadn't seen enough of them recently. And I said, "You've not seen enough of Janice's what?" And then I sort of realised that his Twitter had been taken over by his parents, and it was actually Janice tweeting that. So I quickly deleted the tweet.
By the way,
I don't even remember what my AI drivers were called, but okay, let's go on.
Alan Prost, I think, was one of yours.
Don't remember. I really don't remember.
Does somebody not still have the replays from that? Because I would be quite interested to watch those again. Do that for Christmas.
For Christmas? And let's
For Christmas,
podcast
we
them
should have
all.
Death... Oh, Dennis Lind, what are you doing?
Oh dear. Bit over eager, isn't he?
Well, his car's already had some similar sort of thing earlier. I mean, it was a ridiculous racing incident between Tomek and... Who was it? It was the same car. Maybe the same car. But it was quite an unlucky race incident. That was Dennis just going, nope, I'm going straight, you're going to back off. Yeah, for Christmas we should have a Live for Speed, LMP1, Wrecking Fest, and we should do Death Rally.
I think the AIs are much of creating spectacle with those cars than we are.
They were brilliant though.
I somehow still remember the 3 AI names of Phil Diaz, but I don't remember my own, which is quite...
I can't believe that was 3.5 years ago.
Yeah, it was. It seems like it was last week. It seems like it was last week.
It seems like it was yesterday. Christ.
Front push in the pits.
What is happening? Where's my life going? Soon I'll be 80 and dead.
Linda takes over. And out goes Race Green Autosport. Yeah, we've got 2 questions. Both by Mr. Mouseman. So first, he would like to know which team, in our opinion, has done the best regarding consistency and or keeping the car damage-free.
Let me think. The virus car that flipped at the start.
Obviously, because it had the shortest race.
Oh yeah?
It couldn't do anything wrong.
I looked at the replay of that and I almost thought that was sort of their own making. They braked very, very, very early for the corner and moved left at the same time. So, yeah. It was probably, I think there was one car, I can't remember which one it was now, but there was a car that was sort of a bit quick into that corner, but yeah, they sort of didn't help themselves.
But leaving that out, I would say that Krasi and well, your team and also, hey, I just wanted to say Conquest. Then I look at their damage and I have to refuse to name them. But I don't know when that happened. But for the first 2 stints at least, it was Conquest really doing a nice job being away from the walls.
I think it must have happened somewhere in the 3rd hour about the right front damage. Oh, and Samsi Avansu joins us to take over the city bus.
Car 72, Bento,
This
last lap
motorsports
drive-through penalty for unsafe rejoin. So that incident was actually caused by Santos earlier.
I think, wasn't it the one where he was in that uphill left-hander and 71 came along?
Yeah. The Scuderia Gas GT2.
That's things come back to haunt you here.
Yeah, everything you do, you have to stay to stay straight for it. Oh dear, I just wordly translated something from German. I think that didn't work out.
No, it didn't.
I must say I haven't been around in the international.
Oh,
field.
a battle between
where?
62 and 69, I think. 62 Mafia and LLM.
Yeah, Mafia and LLM. Mafia just came out of pit lane.
Was so surprised to see a battle. Almost didn't recognize it. think they've just been passed by LLM, to be fair, because they look like they're pretty much at the end of the stint.
But look at the cast damage of both. I guess they have...
So it's the open wheel version of the... It's the 2014 spec.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite a lot of damage on LLM, that's true, whoa. A lot of... 25% upper lower damage on the right side there. Wishbone damage, that is. And there comes Goik.
Oh!
Oh, Bertoni! What the hell are they doing? Very peculiar from the TV camera. Now they're again. Oh, and 62 goes wide, and 69 touches the inside wall. Mafia also has quite a bit of damage, but on the other side of the car. It's the battle of damage left, damage right.
Left damage versus right damage.
Oh, and right behind them is another battle between 55 and 71. Where are all these cars coming from suddenly?
That's GT2. It's
I
like
wish
in
we-
real life.
Oh dear, there was contact between 4 and someone else.
Last lap. The last
yeah,
lap cars are always ending on a 2 in GT2.
I know, just like, well, it seems to be a pattern
It's safe
in the league. At least with some teams.
Didn't work out for the GT1 car.
Nah.
Jacob Cooper joining for Infinity. Oh, and now Mafia to the inside.
Oh dear. They made it through. But, oh, and the battle between 55 and 71 is being interrupted by Martin Kapow.
Lapping through them.
I have returned.
That's how a blue flag looks like from a rear bumper. And that's how a battle looks like from the rear bumper. Let's see if you spot the difference. Slipstream
there you
action.
go. DRS. Oh. Going a bit, well, not going wide there, but certainly not taking the chances there for Gaspar.
Tommy Oscar is driving.
Yes,
Is it?
a name
Where?
you know.
Yeah, in the Virus 54 car.
Isn't he still on Team Rock Racing?
No, he isn't. I'm pretty sure.
No.
Maybe he is. I don't know.
When's Team Rock
No,
Racing?
he went to Virus.
Went to Virus, okay. I think it's quite interesting that, well, actually I think it's quite good that Virus are still continuing to strengthen actually. I think it's good for motivational purposes for Live for Speed. I think Virus are actually becoming the team to beat in a way. I know that Dennis and Tomek have their new team, but their barometer really, certainly for this championship, is definitely Virus in terms of strength and depth. Genuine Racing are there obviously as well, Dom, but I think it's quite interesting that Virus continue to thrive almost. And I think it'll be interesting when they move to a good sim like Assetto Corsa.
who knows? We'll never know what multiplayer is like. If it's anything like Netcar Pro, I think there might be a few issues, but we'll see, I guess.
Let's hope they use the fixed multiplayer of the final Netcar version.
The final one was kind of okay, but you know, throughout development of the multiplayer was pretty woeful.
I think I might get a set of Corsa just to...
oh, contact! No. 55 and 71. First of all, the GT1 cousin of...
Oh, where's the 71 going? Oh, they braked way too late! And the 55 just goes back past!
Interestingly, when you were shouting there, Dom, I was on board with Tommy Oscar, and he was getting absolutely humped from the side by the last lap motorsports car under braking for the final corner.
Which one? There are about half a dozen.
the one Ray Kingsbury drives for.
Okay, the GT1.
Yeah, no, sorry, I meant the GT1. Tommy's not going to get overtaken by... Madure's pretty good these days.
Oh dear, there comes your man too! Oh dear, down the inside of Hokcha.
There comes Giovanzu. That's a line I never thought I'd hear said.
Well, he did. Came and now he's through.
Followed through.
Very much so, yes.
What's his sister called again?
Why don't you ask Isaac? I'm sure he knows. I don't.
Oh yeah, that was the second question of Mouseman. What are our predictions?
Stuart Baker from the rescue car. That's my top two.
Yeah, but for GT1 and GT2 as well. He's demanding.
I predict cars 9, 8 and 22 in no particular order. For GT1 and for GT2 54, 88 and 56. It's my personal prediction.
Okay.
Contact between Paul and LLM GT1. What's this trend about?
Says, time to catch core racing.
Yeah, as he joins the server! Whoa!
Yeah. So he's he can multitask and types into Facebook as well as jumps into a car.
And I can hear the A-Team music in my head. You know, he said, I'm going to do this and...
We remember we can't make a good impression of it, otherwise we might violate copyrights. LLM? What the hell? I mean, Virus GT2 are now a lap ahead of the second place car in the class, so... They won't be in too much stress right now. It's quite surprising to see such big gaps in what is an 18 car GT2 class. To be honest.
comes Stankus, so that Mr. Major can now jump into the car. To stop further Facebook messaging, well, not Facebook messaging, but posting onto the NDR Facebook site. Everyone is welcome though, so go to New Dimension Racing. Go to facebook.com/New Dimension Racing. There you can find the latest NDR news. While our website is currently slightly down.
With 29 genuine racing car pits. Whoa! Oh dear, dear, dear. That was quite adventurous braking for a bit late.
So to answer Mouseman's questions, who I see in the top 3. Pooh.
I see the top 3 in the top 3.
Yeah, that was an obvious answer. Not a genuine one.
It is a genuine one if you read between the lines.
Oh. I see Conquest definitely in the top 3. Vortex and Nitor Velox. Well, Vortex with a maybe, Nitor Velox, I guess they could make it relatively safe. Yeah, it depends too much on how the next hours are going to be. We've got 2.5 hours left.
Yeah, it feels like a lot less time has passed than actually has passed.
Oh, what happened there? Stankus did a pit stop and he didn't give it to Major.
Contact between Guida and Bento. That was already cleared up.
Now Stankus could give the car to Major, so there has been some issues with the taking over part of LFS. And tracker fails for me. It suddenly should.
This shows Stuart Baker in the lead.
For GT2, it's easier to say who's going to be in the top 3.
Especially since one of them is 1 lap ahead of the rest.
Yes, Virus definitely top 3. Definitely first in my eyes. Second place, Iron Club was pretty constant there, so if they don't get stupid penalties or something, they should be safe as well. Third place is between Core Racing and Savage.
Gentlemen, just to interrupt there.
Yes.
We have a question on LFS forum. Have we dealt with it? From one of your teammates, Mouseman LV.
Yes,
that's what we just answered.
Oh, I was out of the channel. Damn it!
Do we have anything on Twitter or Facebook? Oh,
we have something from me on Twitter, but we won't go into that.
Okay.
I think this league should have like the same kind of person on Twitter as Lotus has with Taki anyway, just to keep people entertained during the race.
I think at some point sim racing and Twitter will sort of they'll work, but at the moment they don't for some... Oh, for God's sake.
No, it
Yeah,
doesn't work.
pretty popular guy. Well, I know that for the Desire of Patience race, you actually could have tweeted with the hashtag DOP14 to make it appear in the live stream chat, but that's a live stream internal thingy. Anyways, the big TV broadcasters are having trouble to implement Twitter in a sensible way. So it wouldn't. I wouldn't say
people tweeting lots of bollocks.
Can I just sort of say something just right now while I'm observing? Yep. Genuine Racing are not finished today yet. Conquest Racing might have the overall lead just now, but Genuine Racing keep going it like this with sort of this length of stint. We're in for a treat of a final stint, boys. We're in for a treat. Not if Cressy keeps hitting the barrier like he just has, but you know.
I didn't put any damage on the car.
Goik has a hard time lapping Tommy Osgard.
It's a very bad section of that kind of hairpin surround thing section. Blah.
It's
not very good.
Straight.
You need the worst thing is in the X-Star. It's harder to lap people in sector 1 and 2 because on those short straights, you spend about half the straights pulling up the turbo. So you're not exactly going anywhere really. There we go, Jan rejoins P2, just about. Oh, it's gonna be very close! And Vortex gets P2, because they have some tire temperature.
Oh, Pikkanen! That's who you're talking about.
Yes.
I was confused for a second, that's why we switched late the cameras and missed the actual pit exit.
Oh, this race is still on then. I didn't know who you were talking about, but definitely, yeah, it's still on. We don't hit the walls, come on. Come on, give us a showdown. Next hour winning at South City, that would be ridiculous. When did that last happen? GTAL?
No, MOE.
MOE? Well, yeah, okay, well, MOE doesn't count. No, it was GTL.
No, it was GT2 World Series.
Was GT2 World Series?
Yeah,
I should know what happened in GT2 World Series, of course, but I don't.
The GT2 World Series, the first season, INEX for the final race, when they were called something else, I think. I don't remember.
Lowland Lions or something. Or Western Wolves or something.
Lost Land Wolf Lions, or something like that.
Oh, yeah, right, okay, yeah. They have had quite a few
I
names.
think it was, I don't know, I don't remember. I don't remember when one name started and the other one ended.
I think to be a top team in sim racing, you've got to change your name.
Clearly, well...
Well, let's think about it. 3ID with clown paint. Team Redline had that stupid Fox server on LFS. Speaking of
I
slides
think it
into
wasn't
Enduro.
a different Team Redline.
Yes, I know it was a different one, I was joking.
Sorry, German.
Yeah, changing team names here. Damn. Genuine Racing are called a lot of things, aren't they, Dom?
From what I can tell, we've never entered a race without Gennard tags for 3 years.
Your R4R and R2R and AA and...
The funny thing is that your teammate actually did City Liga within R2R tag, but with Genuine Racing.
Oh,
and the
Dennis
team
Lind!
description.
Oh, he comes so close to hitting that. Oh my word, Dennis Lind out to turn number 3, hit the back of Bertoni, and almost slid into that buggy inside sort of, it sounds a classic pit lane. Oh, that would have been spectacular, Dennis.
Sure, you would have loved that.
Yeah, your teammate actually did a couple of races with R2R tag, but with Genuine Racing and the team description in City Liga.
Okay, I know that.
I think he joined late, so he wasn't on server 1, so on grid 1. So
He was by the time of the last race.
yeah, by the time of the last race he was.
You have won at West Tilps combo ever. 1-1-1-1-1.
Yeah. With the late season decision to not reverse the whole.
Oh, there's End! Oh my god, where is he going?
What the?
Did he just forget to brake? Something?
Yeah. Speechless.
I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was all about.
I don't want to have sit.
But I was just on board with it, and suddenly all hell breaks loose.
We forget to brake for turn 2 or something.
He almost rear-ended Linda in the 49.
Well, when you're the world champion of Formula Fords, you can do things.
Was he Formula 4 world champion? I didn't know there was a world champion.
Well, basically.
Basically.
I don't know what all these junior formulas are all about. Now there's Formula 4.
What? There's Formula 4?
Yeah.
What's the point of that?
It's basically a Formula 4 that's a bit faster and has some wings.
Oh, for God's sake. Formula E is going to be ridiculous as well.
Formula E
If
is...
you want to vote for a certain driver to be able to pass the driver in front, press red! No.
Well,
No.
let's wait for it to happen first.
I would love if that would just go off without the driver knowing, and then he would overshoot every single corner.
No! It's happening again!
Some people hate me! Everyone hates me! It would be worse than I am a celebrity!
I'm Pastor Maldonado! No, I'm not, no.
What I
thought the car keeps going off.
what I
Stop
might
voting for me, please!
Oh my god.
It hurts so bad!
what I think is interesting.
The crash will become the I'm a celebrity kangaroo testicle trial.
Oh my god.
Vote 1 if you want him to smash into wall. Vote 2 if you want him to eat a kangaroo testicle at pit stop.
Vote 2 if you want him to electrocute himself with his own car.
I see,
Vote 3 if you don't like DiCaprio.
We are on to the motorsport future here, guys.
Well, the one thing I could say is wait for it to happen first.
Honestly,
I doubt it will happen.
I call bullshit, because Formula E is never gonna work. It's never gonna work because electric cars with batteries are never gonna be the future. Discuss.
Wow.
After you voted for vote to pass, obviously.
Yeah, and you could start with this race.
Oh, and how about another button where you temporarily discharge or where you permanently or temporarily disconnect someone's drivetrain? It's just not gonna work, that series. It's gonna sound awful, no one's gonna care. If you want an electric car that looks ridiculous, buy a G-Wiz, for God's sake. Oh, and
Stop and go,
LLM
fine.
GT1, yeah.
Oh. So it's the combined... It will be a 20-second stop and go. Because of all the things which have been protested.
I think that's the highest in-race penalty that we've had so far. In this season, I mean.
Let's hope he actually stands still for 20 seconds. I have my phone ready.
I have my eyes ready.
According to IRC, I've finally gone insane. I think I went insane many years ago on this shit, and that's why I gave it up for the sake of my sanity. And that's why I'm only doing a guest appearance tonight. Oh, getting absolutely rat horsed, as we said.
It's still stationary.
Have that been 20 seconds?
I think it should be 20 seconds, yeah. I hope he doesn't do what someone in City League did last season when there was a 7-second minimum pit stop and he did a pit stop that was 6.99 seconds long.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
That would be very, very, very painful.
By the way, Goik is very, very close to lapping Dennis Lind. It's a beautiful, beautiful race from Conquest. I'm really, 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 really happy to see this. It's just a beautiful race. Keep your car intact and just drive off into the distance.
Well, maximizing the opportunities, this being an FZR track, obviously.
We are joined now by my favourite FXR driver for about another minute and a half, Eunice Koskinen. Walls. Please guide me through South City with walls. You have got to be the most experienced driver with walls I've ever seen.
Okay, so hello, and on the first corner you must hit the wall on the outside, and if you want to, you can hit the inside wall as well, and it pretty much goes on for the whole track, and so...
There was a wall you particularly liked when you were chasing Dennis Lind for the lead. It was the one after the hairpin, then you go right again, and then you go left, and then down there, you were very, very close every single time to Dennis Lind, and every single time, without fail pretty much, you hit the outside wall and lost the chance. Is that wall a girlfriend of yours now?
Yeah, I pretty much like to touch it a lot, and well, it was pretty much because Dennis was an asshole and didn't drive properly. He was so slow. He was so slow on every other part, except for that one. It was so fucking annoying. I mean, never again.
No steering.
Okay. I was supposed to overtake him on the start, and then I got hit by an XRR on the start, and and then I got plenty of damage, and yeah, what can I say? Everything went better than expected after all. I mean, Samsa has like 5 laps of practice, and I had like 10, so yeah.
So it's not too bad then. You guys have driven the FXR quite a lot around this track. I mean, I think I've seen you for the last 2 years doing this.
No, almost 2 years. Well, to be exact, it was only last year, and so
feels
good
like 2
memories
years
from
ago
that
now.
one.
Oh well. So how do you think the rest of the race is going to go? I am assuming that Samson's doing the rest.
No, I'm actually driving the last hour, but I'm not sure. I mean, Conquest is pretty surely gonna win it in the end, and I don't know. I'm pretty pleased.
You're just gonna enjoy your wall again, then, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, thank you anyway for joining us, Tunis.
Yeah, thank you.
And good luck for the rest of the race, and no more swearing on broadcasts.
Okay, thanks.
Goodbye. Okay, that was interesting, Tom.
Yeah. Not as good as the Formula E preview, but
The Formula E preview, well, that will stand the test of time, I think. By the way, I've got a question for you and Thilo.
what is it?
Oh dear. Yeah.
It's coming up, right? Okay, so I can't really think of anybody else who's done a broadcast this year. And you know what happens when somebody wins Commentator of the Year?
Yes.
They
What?
fuck off. Not fuck off. I mean, no, wait, what? Hang on. They end up disappearing.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
Thilo, I think you won it last year, didn't you?
Did I?
I can't remember. I think you did.
He won commentary line after, not commentator.
He won Commentator. Did Wilco win that?
I think Passo did or something
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Passo
I don't know.
won because he did one broadcast this year. Something like that.
I don't
Let's
think
have
many
a quick
people. I don't
look.
think we had a consistent lineup last year, but it doesn't really make a difference. But you know what happens? You win it and you leave. So which of you two wants to win it this year? Is it a battle to who wants to win it so they can leave LFS, or is it a battle to stay in and lose?
Depends.
It took pretty much a year for me pretty much to disappear off the face of the earth. I mean, I was doing it a lot to 2012, you know, I was doing a little bits here and there, but I disappeared to 2013, so it will happen, it will catch up with you. And that's why Jonathan Palmer's never won it, because nobody wants him to disappear. Because then LFS is screwed.
Why don't the people who should disappear not win it then?
Sorry, hang on, rephrase, what?
Why should?
Hang on, sorry, my phone was going off again.
Oh dear. Why then explaining why the people who should disappear don't win it then?
It'd be because the public like their fails, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, so which of you two wants to win it this year? Which of you two wants to win it this year? Unless I'm going to do a Passo and not Passo, a Wilco and win it off of one appearance. Silence.
I want to win it. I want to win it if Assetto Corsa multiplayer has been released.
I thought of such an answer.
Anyway, I think Tomek Noziak wanted to come in, so we'll see if he's available, and we'll do another interview. Okay, apparently Tomek will come in for the last... Tomek will come in after the race, apparently, and chat about how terrible his race has been so far.
Oh. Well, that gives us the time to do a quick break of the broadcast to be commercial and break-free until the end of the race. So see you in a second.